Day 17. We're so many days in already. Like a prison escape sequence. You're like, we'll be in and out of here in no time, guys. And then immediately it's like day 30. You're like, oh, I don't have mail. That feels bad. It feels bad when I don't have mail. Let's see. I think about the room. Okay, so the thing is not drained. I don't have the key. I don't have the tomb currently, so there's no way to get in via that way. Right. It changes the starting conditions so much in terms of my goal being to open the levers. It really messes with my brain. I'm like, hang on a minute, what version of the world am I in now? Before it even starts, let alone the thing I'll try to do. I don't want to do classrooms again right now. You know what? I could do with a vacation. I don't think I've got the shelter again for a very long time, actually. I could do with a vacation from rooms just to try to, like, last a little longer this time around. Birdie. Keep coming down here as if there's going to be items. Yeah, who was hiding down here? Is that the people probably hiding from... Let's see. Yeah, the Red Guard. I'm guessing it was because the red's associated with the... Yeah. They presented the prince as red, and there's like the Red Guard. Like, I think they're coming after the dissidents. And so, I think some of them hid down here. While that was going... Oh no! Oh no. I was supposed to come back in an hour. How long ago was that? I haven't been here forever. God damn it, it's so hard to keep every thread in your brain at the same time while trying to do the really complex navigational puzzles in the mansion. Time lock safe, radiation monitor. I still have no idea what would cause radiation in this game. Maybe the battery pack, if you brought it down here? Did I know this password back here? Back when I was here before? Alright, so... I don't know when that becomes available, but it doesn't seem particularly tied to anything I'm doing right now. As of November 4th. Okay. But I can't request the battery. The shovel and the sledgehammer are probably the most useful. Let's see. Trying to think. I guess I don't care about... Unless I want to open up the... I mean, I might as well open up the fountain just in case I ever want to use it. But if I can get that door open too, then I never need the basement key ever again, and I can let it go back into being harder to reach. And then I can go back, then I can start code checking the sledgehammer or the shovel again or something. I honestly don't know if the code check is even worth it. The commissary seems weirdly like it's a common for me to draw, and they're not super expensive. And with my allowance, it's becoming a little more reasonable to get the stuff. I don't know. Kind of feel like the sledgehammer might be better than the thing. But this is just choosing what I can buy at the commissary, isn't it? The sledgehammer is kind of better. Maybe, because the stuff that's in it is more consistently valuable. A time lock safe. Yeah. When is it? I previously based it on the real life clock, but now that I've played it more, I'm fairly certain that there's a very locked in. Nope. The game has its own internal clock, so I need to set it to unlock at least 1 hour in the future from now. But I don't know what time. I need to know what day it is and what time it is. Electronic mail. I can't access the mail from here. Oof. Can't reach any of these from here. How do I know what day it is? It's whatever the starting day was, plus 16, because it's day 17. But what day is it? What day did this whole thing start? Damn it. I need better notes about the timeline of the game that I don't necessarily have. I don't know if it's documented. I could check the emails if I can get to the office. Otherwise, there's the library card. If I get to the library, I checked the book out, so it should have a date on it. Is it today's date or yesterday's date? Because I think I'd asked for a book yesterday. So if I go there today, I should be able to get today's date. And then at that point, I don't even know. Do I just fucking stand here for an hour instead of risking losing track of it or anything else? But I probably have to know what time it is. There are clocks in the mansion. They don't move that quickly. So I should be able to look at one of the clocks to figure out what the current time of day is, and then set it like maybe like 2 hours in the future. Because that's be far enough away that it has to be an hour in the future at the time that I set it. We don't want the time to pass while I'm doing it. And then it'll be open for 4 hours. Like, the window for it being open is very forgiving if you successfully open it at all. The hard part is getting it to open at all. Gotta remember this fucking thing. Okay. They're nice enough to put a clock outside. Okay. It's currently 9 o'clock. Let me look at my own recordings folder really quick. Blueprints from last episode. Please, oh yeah, the library. No. It just says number 124. It doesn't say a date. Okay. Fine. So let's go in there, do a run. I'll try to generate the library, and then if I get the book, I'll then have to hope that the date on the book is the current date of today. Because I technically, arguably, I ordered it yesterday, so that's arguably when I checked it out, but I think that, like, the most reasonable thing is that today's the checkout date, because that's when they give me the book. So hopefully the date on the library card is today's date. I'll look around for other evidence of what day it is, too. Simon. That's my name. It is surprisingly hard to remember what my own name is in this game. I'm just not great at names in general, but it's like, you know, when we're not like meeting the characters. Okay, the letter I found so far is still here, so I probably don't have to record the locations. Good to know. I don't really know if it's best to push deep first or not push deep or what when you're doing this. Chapel right at the beginning, come on, man. Like, maybe it's best to push deep as fast as possible and have a big stem with branches, and then you fill in the gaps as applicable to build houses, or maybe it's best to fill in row by row and avoid going deep for a while and build up resources before Stop actively losing your resources. Hello. The broken lever is here? Okay. Interesting. I don't normally find an item here. Okay, the nook will allow me to access the foundation, which will give me even more doorways. Oh, not... I went a little too fast there and didn't think that through. You will always draw the library. The thing I wanted. God. Damn it. I literally registered while I was clicking the mistake I was making. I need the I could have been walking right back out there with today's date and immediately set the time clock. But I was in the middle of thinking about how I was going to talk about how, like, this thing really reminds me of The Conjuring. I think that's the movie poster I'm thinking of, where there's like the stream of stuff on the wall behind the figure of the person, and some kind of ghost-ish movie. I think it might be might not be The Conjuring. The Conjuring might be, I think, is represented by a house, actually. Somebody remembers the movie I'm talking about, where the movie poster is a person walking right to left, and there's a stream of corruption on the wall, maybe. Anyway, I fucking need to RNG into the library now, because I drew the nook and didn't place the library. Or specifically, I drew the nook and... I mean, we still would have had to RNG into drawing the nook again, which would suck, but... yeah. Placing it here means I don't get the free library attached to it when I do draw it, because it's now doing... Okay, everything's fine. We're fine. Man, they really want me to put the chapel down. Oh, I'm immune to the chapel. Right. Important detail. I'm using the bunker. So I'm immune to the first 3 reds. And that's one of the really annoying ones, so I could just skip it. Guess I can play the den. These really are not letting me go up very much. Yeah, I'll go ahead and place the chapel, because I gotta remember that I'm immune to this place. The first 3 rooms I'm sheltered against. The door is locked. Awkward. Getting a bit of... running into the wall, basically. And that's it. Can't go any further north, so I have to go back to the other side to do that. Library. There we go. Okay, so it's November 23rd. Writing that down just so I don't forget on my way back or something. Alright, the history of Orindia. This book was reviewed and cleared for publication by the Fen Area Central Board of Education and has been edited to conform to our department standards, including the omission of sections deemed inaccurate or unsuitable for public dissemination. Yup. This place has thought crimes. There's things you're not allowed to express as concepts. Ruffington Red Publishing. Red again. Yep. He loves red. Oh my god. Okay. Blah, the name used to designate the realm of the Eastern Waters, is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Wow, they really turned these into new sentences, didn't they? Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Zira, by the ascension of the first king Blah, whose name, Horus, the first king of that kingdom, I assume? It's called the history of Orindia, and his name's Horus, so you'd think that that would be Orindia then, but it's censored, so it must have been called something else. Would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned, Horus was known, before his coronation, as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days were mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Oris, and by the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born. Okay, so I want to get the magnifying glass, because it might uncensor this. It's not clear, but it's unscrambled some other stuff, so it might unscramble this one too, instead of just being a normal magnifying glass. The 2nd era. It was the 4th king, Bleh, who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift, blah 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 blah, all gone. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, a land steeped in tradition. Everything else is gone. Something, 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 a land steeped in tradition, something, something, something. The 3rd era. As the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands, and developed a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the 3rd era was defined by it's all gone. There's 3 kingdoms: the mountain one, the hourglass one, and then the missing one, the one that's censored. Did I have in the previous chamber? What does that look like? I have 5 realms listed here. It's not the diamondy one or the heart looking one, so it might be Orindia, but maybe not. The weird long one from before. 3rd era. As the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands, and developed a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their... Oh, I already read all that. Oops. 3rd era was defined by blah, 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 blah. Commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of prosperous and bright future. There's just enough pointing out you might be able to deduce what some of this writing is with your own eyes if you have too much patience. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department and this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning, with this letter, the book you lent us, though I must confess it was not as much help as I had hoped. I had heard that your library of rare and restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Orindia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you have given me the actual manuscript. Until then, Detective Bon Margle, Redguard. Aren't you the... I feel like... Aren't the Redguards the people they were hiding from? Is the bureaucrat. It's like, they should be against uncensored books. So if he gave you an uncensored book, he'd probably report you or censor it even or something, right? Unless the people from the government ironically need an uncensored book for research but because they've wiped it out themselves, they can't freaking find one. Where's my mouse? There it is. Oh, it's so hard to see sometimes. Oh yeah, because it's so... Can I see past... Okay, you can see past it. The 4th era. As the Kingdom Blah entered the 4th era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Decilets III was a king who was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry in court, but the masses as well. They just straight up, like, lie. Like, it's funny because they're making new sentences about the existing words by editing it together, like the way you'd edit a video to add a context to make it sound like someone said something they didn't. But we can see all the lines, so that's just a very silly thing to do. Like, we know that that's not what the sentence said. Deciphering was renowned as the king of no one when he made the decision to moving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice and were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seed, which took root in the city of Fen. I tried reading that one as written, and the grammar is fucky, but yeah, overall, there's like an attempt to make it sound like it's saying something else. They're of ruin. After the passing of King Deciphering III, which sounds like Deciphering, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. End of sentence when it's censored. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself a true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact that Deciphering IV shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed throughout the city's streets, stained in red. This fight's called the Pacification of Fen. The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of their other battalions, joined forces with the Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch-Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years, and saw buried one of every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris, I don't know. I guess they're saying he died, but they're saying it really awkwardly phrased. Like, Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Where's my history page? Go. 5 eras of black flags, now red. Don't know if that will ever come up. Besides the fact we already know that there's the red royalty and the classrooms have red flags. Bit of nationalism in the classroom, it's always fun. I can relate as an American. Chapter 6, the current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3 Fen-Ares, Arch-Ares, and Aria once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that spans across our realm serves as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. Keep not being able to see my own mouse because all the text is so dark, my mouse is so faded by comparison that I just like wave my mouse around and genuinely can't see it anywhere on the screen. For this, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, our mothers, and our children. It just ends there. And there's some kind of like thank you or final coda or a motto, and it's also censored. Alright, well that's frustrating to read. But yeah, it's November 23rd. I hope that's today's date. I can double check to see if this book says the date anywhere. I haven't checked this forever because I don't care about these kinds of stats. It's day 17, yep. Six upgrade discs, 1 red letters, yep. Okay. I've solved 16 parlors. You can see here that I've failed to solve the billiard room and the parlor room once each. And the parlor is way more common than the billiard room. Okay, so that also doesn't say what day it is. So there's no further confirmation there. Probably doing good enough. Time to lose a bunch of steps running back, but it's my priority right now. So I need to go, I need to make multiple trips back because I need to go back now to set it and then go back later to open it. So we're going to be really low on steps today. The question is whether or not I should... Okay, oh, gotta check what time of day it is. It is 11:30. So I should set the clock for 1 p.m. on November 23rd. And I don't know, I might stand here for an hour. I don't know how long it goes. I also have a time constraint where I have somewhere to be in an hour in real life. It doesn't take that long for an hour to happen in this game, but it doesn't happen that quickly. So I would like to be wrapping this session, run up instead. Time lock safe. So unfortunately, I don't think you can save in this game. November 23rd. 1 p.m. Yeah, November 23rd, 1 p.m. confirm. Okay. So it'll open at 1 p.m. and it'll be open until 5. So it's pretty hard to miss as long as I don't die for the day. But yeah, there's a lot of steps involved. I have to keep track of how many steps it takes to get back to the entrance and also account for it taking 1, 2, at least 3 steps while you're outside to get there, maybe even more. It's just pricey. How long does an hour take? I don't know. I think every 5 minutes might be less than a minute. I'll just explore the entrance hall for a little bit and try not to get too deep. I don't want to just stand here. I'm also just, I got stressors here. I'm just like, I got, in real life, time constraints. So I'm trying to make this episode not create scheduling problems for my life. The awkwardness of playing a game that can be 45 minutes to 2 hours long per session, and as far as I can tell, does not save unless you finish the day. Let's do the observation room. Is this 3? 2 things. Bonus key. Oh, more 4-way doors. Well, at least this time I'm resistant to red rooms, which is a common 4-way door. Okay, lose half your steps. That's a good one to get out of the way, I guess. Although I don't want to spend it here. Yeah, let's use the bedroom. The weight room's actually a good room to draw now because of my immunity to it. So I would love to draw the weight room in a slightly better context. The shelter is pretty strong. Oh my god. Damn, okay. There's a dead end immediately. I'm gonna do the terrace because it lets me place green rooms without using gems, which is a fairly strong advantage. I don't have a shovel. There's food in here though. There's nothing to shovel anyway. Yeah. It means it's not that bad that I can't go north, and this corner being cut off isn't that big of a deal. It's a pretty decent amount of coverage. And this being placed means that all the green rooms are going to be free, which is great, because the green rooms are relatively decent. It's just the fact that they cost a lot of gems if you haven't placed that room specifically. I'm happy to have that specific problem gone. See how well I can do in this direction. Okay, I thought they were going to immediately trap me. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Only one of the other boxes is false. I think this one's false and it has the gems in it. Because one of them has to be telling the truth. And if this is true, then only one of the other boxes is false. That means one of these is false, but they both say the same thing. So how can only one of them be false? Because that would make the fact that the gems are in the false box not true. I was ready for them to both be false, but this one says only one of them is false, which means it can't be true. Or because it can't be true because it would split these two up, but it can't be false because then they'd all be false. And it's just, yeah, I think I get it. Ooh, we like coin purse. It's a freaking it's a 1/3 increase to all loot. Is there a clock in here? There's not always a clock. I have no idea how fast time passes in this game. Oh, the Great Hall. Maybe. The expansion here is nice too, though. Let's get the weight room out of the way. So we're immune to losing half of our steps. One that I was... Oh. Okay, it's almost 1:30 already. No, it's almost 12:30. I'm waiting for 1 p.m. Right, okay, so it's gonna take a bit. Let's go this way to generate a dead end on my left, or here if I need to. The nursery's a good dead end. It'll give me a lot more steps for my budget. No food in the nursery. Oh, coins. Enough to trigger the bonus coin. We could go all the way up to the library, but it's kind of unnecessary, because there's not even a door over there I can use. I can already go into the weight room, so I don't really need... I guess I'll do the corridor. I don't know, is the corridor wasteful here? Maybe? Because of the unlocked status? So I could always go to the library and generate a room downward. Let's do the bedroom for the 10 steps. Because if our goal is to generate... I think our goal is kind of to generate as many dead ends as possible. Here, here, and here. Because the dead ends are the ones that frequently give you bonuses, like a bunch of steps or some gems. You know, the storeroom preps you for that idea. So having a little place where we've already circumnavigated it, there's no real goal to go anywhere. That's a great place to generate as many dead ends as possible. Rotunda. It's tempting to just to place it just so I have access to it. But I don't know. First of all, I don't know what can rotate mean. Is it free? Can you rotate as much as you want? Looks, there might be just a button in the middle, so maybe Maybe you basically have infinite access to any direction while you're in the room, but then, you know, you leave it like that, so you have to plan ahead for whether or not it's going to close off paths in the future, potentially. Like, it just seems like a waste to put it here, as far as access goes. Meanwhile, archives is great for getting around. I guess I could put the Great Hall here because it's functionally a dead end. And in particular, I can see if this room over here is once again where the lever is. Uh-oh. Ooh. So 3 gems is great news, but the lever's not here. Okay. Good to know. First of all, it's interesting that that door opened. It's technically a locked door. I guess just the fact that there's a room behind it means it has to be unlocked, but I'm surprised. I guess we've never had that situation before where it'd be called into question, but this room's declared to have locked doors, so it's weird that the door is already unlocked. So the left and right doors should be useless. I hope they're not candidates for the locked door. But when I have more keys, probably, because I only have 1 right now, we should try to open up the other 3 corner doors, because one of them probably has the lever in it. And I might even ignore this and just let it become more urgent if I actually successfully reach that side of the place. Let's see. That's the right door into the antechamber, if my notes are correct, and if that's consistent. Also, we've never encountered any of these levers twice. I guess we encountered the underground one twice. But other than that, we don't have a guarantee that they're always in the same place, but it'd be hard to process them not being... Ah! Hallway doors are always unlocked if you open the foyer, or the attic has 8 items? It hurts to spend that many gems. But this is such a comical amount of items, and the attic's also where you put cool secrets for the lore. A sledgehammer! A coupon book! Oh, it's absurd. A metal detector. Deposit box key? Safe deposit box key. 149. For the archives? Oh, the vault. There's a vault key. So if I get the vault, I can open a specific safe deposit box, which that's probably really important. Oh, I'm kind of stressed out about this run right now. Okay, so that might be a red letter or something like that. Oh, the battery pack. Oh, provides use to battery-powered contraptions. I have to build a contraption that happens to need batteries. Okay, don't know what that would be. That's a bit RNG based. I should probably put that in the coat check. It's such a rare item. But I've only been able to build 1 contraption so far. Yeah, now I really want the vault. I gotta keep my gem collection up. Damn. I'm definitely not gonna be able to follow up some of the stuff. Dear Mrs. Marigold, thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's book, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog, and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. If you provided us with a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you. Otherwise, it has been recycled. Thank you again for thinking of us here at Ruffington, and do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home for your book. Thomas Yanders, Editor, Ruffington Red Publishing, Children's Book Department, 205 Concetta Court, 021172765. Change the ending to political. This doesn't sound political, so I'm assuming that this is Miss Marigold's writing. April 12th. I assume the 2 political part is written reference to... Wait, I can zoom in on stuff potentially. I don't think anything's... Yeah, nothing looks very censored. Reminder to go back to the library, though. Did I pick up 8 items? It's so many to keep track of. What a comical haul to get from one room, though. Ah, the vault key. I'm so curious. These make me think of Unfinished Swan every time I see them. which could almost be a reference. It would make a kind of sense. Between Unfinished Swan and its sister game, what's it called? I forget what it's called. No! This is the Vile Tub one. This one's hard. Bath and Batch? Bath. B-A-T-C-H. Maybe. That might be it, actually. Damn. Batch. I don't know, man. That seems kind of stupid. I wrote it on the next page with an arrow pointing at it as a question mark option that I don't believe in that hard. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm willing to put that in the square. Is there a clock in the library? That seems like a place where a clock would be. No? Nope. Nope, we're not uncensoring it like that. Not so easily, huh? Well, we tried. I thought that might correlate. Good thing I didn't spend money on it. I just kind of like happenstance got it, so I didn't have to worry about whether or not it was a good idea. Probably not a clock in the church. So we're only down to 2 doors now, which is not amazing. Let's build a dead end at the foundation. Oh, clocks. It's already 1:30. Okay. I'll build a dead end at the foundation and then maybe head out. Just gonna have to eat some steps. No shovel, right? Nope. Give me a vault right now. Nope. Not a bad place for a storeroom, because we're intentionally placing a dead end right now. I've got a metal detector, which makes me more confident in my gameplay. This is my song about the metal detector. Alright. Oh, yeah, it's the only way up there is to go all the way around here. Alright, and go around here. And then around here. Alright, let's find out what's inside that thing before I forget. I hope I did it right. I hope that the library card date is accurate. And that it's today. At the time I thought it was 1 real life hour, so I thought I'd have to come back in an hour in real life, which I figured would just be next run. But then I think I didn't even generate a storeroom, or just had forgotten. Huh? Gem. And there's number 7. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavorably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harbored for these past years, suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 6 years ago. Those circulating rumors of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behavior has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologize for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing. A date that coincides not with her public disappearance, in February, but instead with the notable theft of the Ruby Crown. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist, as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible. And the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across the sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney. So the red letters are all illicit exchanges about the secrets of this family, and it was them fleeing the persecution in various ways. We got the safe open. We did it. Okay. Huh. So those are 2 letters that come from sources that have been available for a very long time, but I just wasn't... One of them was admittedly elusive, because that's not a very common draw, the shelter, and I keep wanting to explore new things in that circulation, just kind of lost track of it. And the other one being a safe that I was just not figuring out at all, because I am a stupid, as it turns out. I'm just a stupid man. And everyone saw me. God, we're already 45 minutes in this episode. I would have so many episodes of this game if I was cutting it into 40 to 45 minute chunks like I planned for the current schedule. Videos are supposed to be about that length now, but it feels weird to stop in the middle of a run, so I avoid that. I did the same thing for Hades. In that one's case, I did a schedule where I would calculate how many episodes worth it was, and then I would just not upload episodes on X number of days to make up for my time investment. So if it was twice as long as normal, I would then just upload half as many videos, and it would just be adapted based on how long each Hades video was. Relatively confusing, but it was a way of having normal length Hades episodes without, reasonable length Hades episodes without it being really frustrating. I have to really hope this is not a fucking dead end. I really want to find a vault. And also there's other things that I want to potentially try to do this run. So I'd really like to fucking not draw please. Drawing room, okay. Don't need the basement key right now. Okay, the drawing room is good for now, and that's also not bad because it lets me draw a room again, so... Ooh. Oh, there it is. God, they're sneaky. Drawing room's not bad. It gives me an extra chance at not dead ending right now. Please give me a... Yes! This is my last one. I'll lose the effect otherwise. I should probably pull the pool. I want to draw a pump room, but I also specifically, I'd rather draw the other red room, because I can undo the negative effect of the dark room, but the other one that makes me lose part of my hand is brutal. So I'd like that to be my third one that I'm immune to if I can control that. But it's all up in the air. But yeah, the pool will give me 2 options to proceed forward. So now we're back up to 2 doors instead of 1 left in the castle. Am I detecting? Oh, there it is. Wow, those are hard to spot. A lot of keys. Might have a chance at something. If I go back to that. I mean, I could unlock all the other doors there back into place. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of the archives. So I'll not get the negative effect of the archives. Sheltered, good. And yeah, this is not where the key goes. The key goes in the vault. This is the cart chart room. Getting no detections of there being any... Security door! That's not good. Okay. I still have 2 doors. Gymnasium. Or the passageway. We can place the gymnasium and just avoid it if I can try to avoid... 30 steps is like okay. I'm doing okay. I already accomplished the main goal anyway. So now we're just trying to do our best with this run. The rotunda. No. Okay, let's not. I want the rotunda, but I want the vault more because I have the key for it. And the rotunda's just so expensive. I think the vault costs 3. I think 3 is the highest cost in the game so far. I don't think we've hit 4 yet. Or maybe ever. Passageway is good for my future and bad for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Damn it. It's so good for opening up this building. It's so perfectly placed. I think I'm gonna go for it and hope I can find a gem before I draw the vault. There goes a key. Break room's not bad. It's free and it gives me a puzzle and a place to try to retire at. Oh, the cloister's just gonna give me a billion doors though. Oh my god, look how this might be the most open mansion I've ever had in this entire playthrough. Having fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors, 7 if you count the one that's locked by a keypad, a key card. There might be more key card doors I don't know about yet because I haven't inspected every single door. Shockingly open area. A lot of directions where I can place a valid dead end too and get the benefits of it. The rumpus room. Pump room. Yeah, the pump room is free, so it's not bad. The rumpus room, I don't love going down in gems even more right now. I want to be ready for the vault. They better give me the vault, by the way. I better not get the vault key and not the vault. I guess I can store the vault key. An extra 20 steps. This is a good place for a dead end. So this kind of works. Another key. Okay, good. Do I do the thing? Kitchen is 4. Oops. Oh, the kitchen's the empty one. I'm a fool. These are both empty right now. Okay. The thing is, I don't know if this is possible or not. Just because I don't know how to get water in this pump? Like, what is this connected to? It's just called the reserve tank. It's attached to the power? Maybe that's the trick. Maybe you can only do it if you... Let's see. Maybe you can only do the reserve tank if it's connected to power. In which case I'm not going to get there now. Try as I might. Oh, we're so close, but it's probably impossible. There's 2 left. Yeah, I think I need to figure out how to power the reserve tank. Because it is attached to this, which is just attached to the power duct. So I need to attach this room to the boiler room in a future run, and then I can finally drain the reservoir and see what's at the bottom of it. Which would be neat. Okay, so at least I think I have an actionable answer. Just not actionable right now, but in a future run. Okay, breaker box. That's a good use of a dead end. Gymnasium off. That's helpful already. Dark room off. Then back on. I don't know. I think no matter what, you have to set foot in it, basically. Garage on. Alright, so the gymnasium is no longer a problem for me. My fourth red room? Yeah. It got me once. I lost 2 steps to it, but otherwise we're good. Oh, I never placed the break room, right. Well, oh yeah, dining room for the steps. And even more doors. This is the most open layout I've ever had. Alright. Crazy. The showroom. I don't think I've ever had the showroom before. These are all tied to like late rare rooms. The most common one I think I've seen that this dining room is tied to is the aquarium so far. I think the bourgeois is... I could make space for 2 more rooms, but it's mostly kind of pointless. Well, what's the left door? The left one's attached to the secret garden. I don't know, maybe I'll launch... I should leave the opportunity open for me to get the secret garden and try to reach that element of the antechamber. Give myself a chance. But the other things are very tempting right now. Okay, there's some more steps. Is this still open? Does this safe have loot in it? It does, it's a gem. And then 4 is always here. Was there a note, any note in here? No. Okay. 3 gems. I can once again draw the vault, maybe. I really need keys. I don't want the maid's chamber. Ah. At least I can spend money, maybe even on gems. What am I detecting? Oh, more money. Do I have the coin purse? I do. What? What do you mean? Are you okay, room? What's going on here? Is that... I don't know what's gonna happen. The things aren't pointing at the right spots. There's upgrade discs back there. I want those. When I highlight shovel, it points over here at this object instead of the shovels. If everything else was pointing at things correctly, I'd be like, okay, the set of gems is down there. It says set of gems 4. But it's not successfully pointing... First of all, there's 5 gems. But also, I'm like... If the key was pointing at the key and the shovel was pointing at the shovel correctly, then I would see this and be like, oh, did they mislabel the upgrade discs as gems? And I can buy... I have to find out. No. I don't think I got an upgrade disc. Did I? One book. I assume I got one more gem. Yeah, because right, I had 3, spent 1 to get in here, and now I'm back up to 3. Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't think there's... How do you get those? Give me those. There's 2 of them just sitting there behind the counter. What the fuck? Have they been there the whole time? And I just didn't really notice because I was looking at the menu, maybe? It's really weird that it says gem and points at the upgrade disc. I thought it was like a mislabeled item and I was going to get that, and that was like the point. Alright, the shovel's tempting, but it's really iffy on whether or not it gets its value back half the time, but like, I need these gems. I need as many gems as possible. Because we're trying to build the most valuable rooms possible for some of the things I'm trying to do. Oh, the keys. I can't afford the key anyway, so. Yeah. Was buying the gems individually less expensive? They cost 3 each. A set of gems. Oh damn! I did it wrong. Yeah, a set of 4 for 10 is what the thing is. It got discounted to 9 because of the coupon book, but the gems costing 3 individually got discounted to 2. So buying 4 of them would be 8, which is cheaper. Although I think they will run out, and so it's probably overall for getting the maximum number of gems. Buying this, then that's probably better because yeah, these will sell out soon. But yeah, I got to remember though, I only need one more coin to buy more. I have 9 gems. No keys though. That might have been a huge mistake because I might immediately not be able to open anything. Okay, just gotta hope for more keys, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms to check. Doors to check, although one of them is already locked. There's a chance that I'll be able to find a key. And I have a metal detector, which makes me less likely to miss them on the floor. Okay, it's not looking great. What if there's no more valid doors? Okay. A dark room. The bunk room, the laboratory. Dark room gives me the most doorways that might work. Laboratory just points me back at the archives again. But I just don't know what they are yet. Where's the... Right, I placed the utility closet. It's literally 2 rooms away. Okay, yeah. There's a great room to draw then. It's gonna turn off, and then I'm just gonna go right back here into the utility closet and turn the power back on. Yeah, that was a great time to draw it. Boop. Okay. Give me a key, please. I have the gems to make the good rooms at the end of this build. Just let me have good rooms. Alright, oh no. I don't have a security room yet, huh? That's really rare. Yeah, I turned off the card reader set, but I haven't been able to make that unlocked. Another gem? Okay, now you're taunting me. Of course I would get gems now. God damn it. I have to draw the security room. Break room. And it's facing the wrong way. This game's like monkey paw curl. What if there was even... Okay, office. Opportunity to spread gems. I don't have any employee rooms, so I'd have to find them everywhere. Not gems, sorry. Coin. If I get enough coin, I can buy a key. It's not amazing, but yeah. Because this is 3 more gems, which would be nice, but I have 10, so I don't really need them right now. I can't believe I'm turning down gems, but I did spend all of my money on them and now get to writhe in my regrets. Okay, so now I have to wonder, is this a puzzle I can solve in this room? The antechamber lever in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put another in work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure that the west and east levers are operational. So that makes perfect sense to us now. We know what all that means. March of the Count. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. I wonder if these are a combo around the room, maybe? Or are they in the library? I don't understand the clue at the moment, but like, given how they've gone so far, it might be a clue that's in this room somehow. There's so many ways of interpreting escape room style puzzles. Like, it could be like what floor each of them is, is that the I don't know if they're like, do y'all have, am I supposed to know who each of you is? Name wise? Don't know how to interpret that information. Let's see. I would love to do payroll, but I don't have those rooms. March of the Count. That is not a room you can, that's not a book you can rent. I have no other access to books in this game. I don't... Yeah, this safe probably has one of the other red letters in it. There's a finger pointing over here. Account. March could mean March, marching, or the month of March. Count could mean the count, or could mean counting. What do you count? And on some level, I'm like, okay, is it what, like, shelf each one's on? Like, aha, so 3, 2, 2, like, you know what I mean? Counting the shelf. That's goofy, and probably not what they're going for either. I don't know. Footsteps somewhere for the march? At some point I'll have to crack that. Because it might be a local puzzle and not some wider secret from elsewhere. We are now down to... These are both keycard doors, I think? We're down to just the pool, which sucks. Okay, not just that, right. I need a normal key. So if I could distribute the money, maybe there's money I can get. 3 coins, that's a strong start. Unfortunately, I need 10. Oh, right, +1, yay. Okay. Would it be over here if they put it here? I need to reach 10 coins to buy a key. I've just gotta believe. And also not run out of stuff. Let's not spend the step yet. I haven't checked this door, so I don't know if this one's locked or not. Okay. Okay. Oh, the commissary is far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's already 8 away just to get the commissary in the first place. And I think that one might be the one that has a electronic lock instead of a normal lock. I don't remember. I hope it's normal lock. Damn it, I've both not reached the ending and okay, so down here I could open this door, but I need keys, but I haven't reached the antechamber yet in the first place. But also I'm gonna run out of steps. It's a rare time, but I'm gonna run out of steps. I really it would be the episode where I specifically introduce how we're gonna be short on steps, that I suddenly have a bunch of really cool leads to follow up on that I can't actually follow up on. Did I spawn the coat check as a dead end somewhere? Did I imagine that? Parlor. Did I not? It's so hard to remember. I considered it several times. I don't see the coat check. Damn it. Because then I could at least store the vault key. At least we know that the attic is a good way of getting a variety of items. It's just so many of them. It's just you just need a lot of gems. I've not been avoiding the attic. It's just so expensive. All right, back to walking around, I guess. Kind of just guessing where the gems might have been distributed at random. Not there. If I go south, we can loop through some rooms without having to necessarily double back. What's my best chance? We're just listening for a metal detector beep right now. Oh, it's rough not knowing what the rooms are. It might have been distributed to. Where's all the money? There's so many rooms it could be in. I don't have a shovel still, right? Yeah. Well, that didn't work out. Don't see it in there. There's like nowhere else to efficiently check right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. I'm short a step. I can't even make it back to the commissary, can I? Ah, sad death march. I wanted to open the vault. Pretty please? Yeah, I don't even lockpick, do I? Damn it. Alright. I have so many gems. This is what I get. This is what I get for opening. It's been all gems all the time. The one door I opened in the Great Hall gave me 3 gems. When I got to the commissary, spent it all on gems. I've learned the pattern recognition is to be upset about gems. And it finally hurt me. And I never placed... If I had just... Ah! That's not actually gonna do it, though. Especially since I won't make it. Can I slurp up that lemon? Come on, man. Just slurp that lemon up for one more step. You can't waste food. Not in this game. Also, who leaves the lemons? Bite into the lemon. I love biting into the lemon. The good shit. No! It's that close. Not only is it down to 1 step, but if I just head straight back to the commissary in the first place, I would have had enough money. Oh, that's where the money RNG'd to. God damn it. There was no way to know that. But yes, I should not have... I spent 1 too many steps. Because my plan was to come back here regardless, obviously. Damn. What if I click on the desk really quickly? I click on it real quickly. No, give it to me. No. Ah. Okay, well, we got a red letter. We learned some stuff. We got closer to some things, but I have to re-RNG some stuff back into existence to act on some of the stuff. We know now there is a specific safety deposit box somewhere in the vault, which gives it more purpose than just a bunch of money. And we also know that in one timeline I had 1 billion gems I didn't get to use. So that's agonizing. An impressive manor. Aw, thank you.